What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Capcast with YoungCap, the YouTube and podcast platform in which I interview some of the most successful entrepreneurs, capitalists, and higher-ups of companies to find out how they got to be where they are today. I'm your host, Dominic Wilson, coming at you from the office of RetireWire. If you or someone you know is nearly or newly looking to retire, you can head over to www.retirewire.com and find out the best retirement strategy for you. And jumping right on into the interview, I'm here with Gavin Brenkus of Brenkus Realty Network. Gavin, how are you doing today?
I am awesome. How are you?
Good. Glad to hear it. Excited for this next interview with you. You're the first realtor I've had on here, which is pretty exciting. And on the younger side, which is the audience that we reach out to and is the center, I would say, of our listeners in here today looking to start a company or get started in whatever career path that it is that they choose to go to. So it's pretty cool having you on here. My first question for you is, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Gavin Brenkus. I am a realtor, and I'm the way my business, what I do is a little bit different than what you would think as a normal realtor. I actually don't meet with clients ever. I'm what you would call a referral agent, and which is phenomenal for people who are brand new to the business or people who are actually thinking about getting out. I know a lot of people get out of the business. Statistic for you, 80% of people who get their license quit within their first year. And I think they don't explore their options and see what opportunities are out there.
And that's crazy because I was reading about this, and that's one of when I was researching about getting my real estate degree, is knowing the big numbers of how many fail within just the first start of it. So it's cool to kind of get, because I think when people think of real estate right off the bat, they think buying and selling. They're in it, and I don't think they fully explore their options. So
Right.
that's awesome. Go ahead, continue. Sorry.
No, and I was one of the 80%. So I was a listing agent. I was super committed to getting into the business. My family's been in it. My sister and I were getting licensed around the same time. I was 17 years old in school. And I remember bringing my little key realty book to class in school. When I have a test coming up in school, I'm studying for my real estate exam in class, super motivated. And I think I bit off more than I could chew. My time management skills were out the window, completely awful. I was lucky and grateful enough to list my first listing appointment, which was awesome, but I could not keep up with it. I thought it was so good, and that's called, beginner's luck can be, a devil sometimes. And not being able to organize my schedule and stuff really made me fail, and I ended up getting out of it. COVID happens, and my mom, we were at lunch, I believe, and she says, "Why aren't you making $100,000 a year?" And I was like, I'm 20, all the beliefs keep coming in and in. And then she breaks it down for me and she says, really, you can, and you don't have to be a listing agent to do that. So I came in, it used to be my summer job as an ISA is what it's called, where you would call, set appointments and collect a referral fee for it. And I would work maybe 4 hours a day. And then from there, the dominoes trickled, and I'm working full time now, and I'm looking on recruiting and growing this department and getting more hungry individuals like me who want to work the same position. Honestly, it's been so phenomenal. It's benefited my life in other ways. I was more organized with my time, started working out more. It's just been incredible. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I heard towards the beginning there, you said you started at 17. It was in school, you knew you were driven to do it on top of tests and everything else. So what kind of experience did that create for you in high school, as you have this on your mind and you know what you want to do and you're committed to it? So how did that affect you when it came to friends? Like, did you lose friends along the way, make the right friends along the way, because you had this in your mind that you knew you wanted to be this, you knew what you were after?
Friends come and go. At the end of the day, I looked at high school as like, this is going to be the best time of my life, because it was actually really cool. I had so much fun my senior year because I was like, this is what set up for me. I wasn't a big fan of college. I actually ended up dropping out. But it was so cool because I was like, I know what I'm doing right after I graduate. I'm going to enjoy this while I can, enjoy high school, enjoy having fun before I get licensed and really commit myself to it. Again, I did bite off more than I could chew. And, I went from here to here and now I'm higher up, and which is awesome.
Awesome. And so earlier on, when you were getting started throughout it, you said you hadn't, or real estate had kind of run in the family. So your mom helped you out with saying, hey, there's this path over here that can get you there. But what were some of the challenges earlier on that you faced? Was there a challenge of, you being the young buck on the crew coming on, being young? Was that a factor? What were some of the challenges that you faced as you were getting started in that
No,
next path?
I hear you loud and clear. It's thinking big. So the way I looked at it is backtracking the numbers. If I want to make X amount, and how many, so first, how much do I want to make? It's 100 grand. How much do I get per deal closed on average? Luckily for me, this is a system that's been in place already. So it's about $400. And that's actually based off of a $260,000 home sold. You'd get $400. And sometimes I'll call $1 million home and get the listing, and I get like 1,000 something for that. So the numbers are skewed, and I'm sending out the best people in the industry out onto the appointment to get the contract signed. The odds are always in my favor. So it all comes back to myself of when do you close? Are you calling in scripts every day? Are you role playing? It's a practice of it. You could go in there and like a basketball game and say, I'm the best, but never show up to practice. Your skills will decline. You got to practice your job when you're not on the clock. And so it was in one of our meetings where I was sat down and said, hey, you're setting about 2 appointments a day, which is about standard. If you want to make what you want to make, you need to set 5. So, which is a lot. And, leaving a meeting and being like, damn, I thought I was so good setting 2. And then now to do more than double, you have to do more than double your effort. So I'm waking up early. I stopped showing in at 9. I actually showed it up at 10 and left at 2. Then showed up at 10, left at 6. And then I was like, no, I could do more. Showed up at 8, left at 6. Now the goal is to show up at 7 so I could call in my scripts, role play, and gosh, Keller Williams, and the way like there's so many resources within our office. It's like, it's impossible not to succeed. So I'm role playing with people in different states in the morning before I get on the calls to, knock off the rust. And that's it. Just like thinking bigger and putting in more effort. And, you look at it, it really comes down to how bad do you want it. It's that first hard pill to swallow. And then after you do, you're good to go, run as hard as you can, win.
So for you in real estate, it sounds like a lot of it was like self-accountability, and the problems that came, really everything kind of fell on your plate and it's for you to deal with. I mean, but I think that's one of the downsides you get along with the perks of being in real estate, creating your own schedule. But like you said, it coming down to how bad do you want it and what is success to you and how you reach that. So when you were getting started, earlier on, if you could change the way that you went about starting anything, would you change anything, or would you do the same thing that you did that got you to where you are now?
Started sooner. If instead of trying to be that listing agent, look cool and get bigger checks, I would have just done this because I'm getting paid a salary on top of commission. It's one thing to like talk about how much you make. I don't want to be that guy, but it all in all, yes, my per deal, my check is less, but I'm doing more volume. So I did 31 million in volume year to date. So I wouldn't have done that as a listing agent. Maybe I could have, but it's hard to say what would have turned out. I wouldn't have changed anything other than started sooner because I love what I'm doing now and I'm going to grow the department. That's the goal. Like, started sooner. That's it.
So for young caps who are looking to start and are in those stages, in their early stages, who can start now, were there any resources that you use? Because there's formal education, obviously, and then there's business books here and there. Were there any resources specifically that helped you succeed that young caps could use to start today?
Yes. Start today would be difficult. Contact me, but it's a course called Quantum Leap. It's a free course. We do it every year, and it's a billionaire's journey of how he became a billionaire. He breaks down the fundamental laws of success. Obviously, you can't see. There's a science to how to run fast. There's a science on how to be a great boxer, great wrestler. There's a science to success. You may not see it, but it's there. And like you can't see gravity, you can see the effects of gravity. You success is different for everyone. You may not be able to see success, but you can see the effects of it. And it breaks down how to set a goal, how to stay committed, how to build a habit. You said something about self accountability, which is slightly true. You don't need that much self accountability if you're building it as a habit. It feels weird when you sleep in now. You know,
Mhm.
I've been sleeping in a little bit too much, but like every time I wake up, I'm like, why is this happening? And I'm staying up too late. But like I had a habit of waking up early, and now I haven't, so it feels weird to sleep in. But
Mhm.
it's built how to build habits and successful habits to help pave the way to where you want to be. And it's a course all designed for that. My mom actually teaches it. She built the team, probably the smartest woman I've ever met in my entire life. Obviously, I'm biased, it's my mom, but people come up to me and just tell me how lucky I am throughout the office sometimes. And she's changed some people's lives. I've heard testimonials from her. It's crazy, dude.
That's
Smart woman.
awesome. That's amazing. And so you've reached this level and gone through your failures and which got you to where you are today. Um, what are some of the failures, though, in specific that you went through earlier on or encountered along the way, if any?
I fail every day. I fail every day. You can't pick up the phone and set every appointment. Everyone lists, you know. There's times where there's winning and there's learning. I call it, every failure, it's dependent on how you look at it. You look at any person who has success, you're looking at a big failure. They messed up. Life didn't go their way, and it's how they react to it. And what is life teaching me right now when I'm feeling this experience, and how are you going to react to that? What are some of the big failures? I couldn't even tell you, because especially in my position, it's you get yelled at, stuff like that. It's all thinking. It's like, am I showing up on time in the right mind space to get my job done? And some days you're not. So it's about, how do you pump yourself up to get the job done and follow through? It's like going to the gym days you don't want to go. You just got to make it happen.
Exactly. And um, moving a little bit towards the present, what are you excited about today that's going forth for you? Things that are going good, things that are upcoming. What are you excited about?
I got my first recruit, my licensed. We're starting to grow this department again. It used to be three. One left, moved out of state. One's going back to school. So now it's just me. And it's good a buddy of mine was doing the same job as me on a different team. And that didn't work out for him. So he's coming over to me where we have more resources for him. So he should be joining here soon. I'm excited for that. Gosh, my birthday's coming up. That's going to be cool.
September.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, Gavin, I want to thank you again for coming on here and all the insight that you shared. Is there anything else that you want to share with our audience of young caps out there today?
You know what? I was watching some of your videos before doing mine to kind of get a feel for it and how it's going to go. And which one was it? I think it was your most recent episode where he asked 36 months from now, where are you going to be? And you wanted 100,000 subscribers. Is it that episode?
Yep, that was that one. It was with yeah, was it? No, it wasn't Zach Gray. It was Blake Wynn. That's the one. It was Blake Wynn. Yeah, he asked me
Yeah.
yeah, where I wanted to be in 36
So
months.
you
Oh, that's sorry, you cut out a little bit.
right. No, yes. No, you're good. So I noticed you said that you like to keep your goals to yourself. Be public about it, because you are actually 76% and some change, 76 more likely to achieve a goal if you write it down and share it with others that hold you accountable. So that's like running a race and you already have 70% of it done. You're gonna win the race, you know. Would you be down? I have a whiteboard here with 100,000 written on it. Do you want to do some goal setting with me?
I'll do some goal setting with you. Let's do it.
Okay, so 3-year goal, we got 100,000. So in order for that to happen, what needs to happen 1 year for today for that to be in alignment with this?
1 year from today, I need to make a huge advertisement push, whether it's using social media, actually going out, business cards, going places, getting my company out there.
So that's a domino. We have a domino here, 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 here. In 36 months, that's a big domino, the 100,000. What would be the domino here to know that you're on track? 1 year from today, what would have to happen for you to, I guess I'm asking how many subscribers you would need?
Yeah. I'd say 1 year from today, I would like to be in the 20,000 range, 10,000 to 20,000 range.
Okay, so 1 year. I think this marker just died. This marker just died. Wow. All right. Okay, so 1 year from today, I'm gonna go ahead and write this in the chat here. So 1 year, you're gonna have 20,000. So now we're gonna do something called a GPS. All right. What are 3 priorities that need to happen for you to get 20K? From I noticed you said handing out business cards was 1.
I'd say the other priority to getting it done is the interviews itself, getting the content out there. So I'd say content.
Okay.
And
then 1 more.
And
these are the priorities.
I would say right now, the biggest thing to take advantage of is social media.
So social media kind of aligns with the
content.
Interviews is the content. We got that. You're going to hand out business cards to advertise these interviews. Social media, you would still be advertising these interviews. So that's still marketing, we'll call it. A different strategy. What's one more thing you could do to guarantee your 20K? You could think broad.
I would say continue to upgrade the quality of the videos. So whether that's upgrading different gear or whatever it is, studio quality of the videos.
Okay. So now you're looking in the chat here. I don't know if the viewers can see this, but so that's his goal. That's his G. And then these 3 here is P is priorities. And now we're going to talk about S, which are strategies for each. So we got the 1, marketing. You already said 2, business cards. These are strategies to get these priorities done. All right. So we got marketing, business cards, and then social media. What else?
I'd say growing my network would help. People leading me to other people.
Yeah. Asking me to advertise it for you. Asking the people. Yep, I'm going to. So that's 1. So that's kind of how this works. This is something you should do on your own to kind of build and ask people to help hold you accountable for it. So you got your goal, these three, your marketing, interviews, and quality. That's going to be your priorities to get you to 20K, and strategies to do good marketing, strategies to get good interviews, and strategies to improve quality. I may include number tracking, because you got to know exactly what you're doing. Like, I know in my job, I know if I didn't do X amount of content, I'm about 9 contacts. I talk to 9 people and I get 1 appointment. So I know it doesn't matter how good I get. It matters, make it a numbers game. Did I do the tasks I needed to do to make X appointments? Sometimes I'll have more, which is a good day. But I can tell immediately at the end of my day, it's like, I didn't perform here and that's why I didn't get these results.
Mm-hmm.
But so track numbers, I guess. I don't know how you would do that with YouTube and marketing. That's kind of not my thing. I'm a sales guy. But let me know when you get that done. And we do this at Quantum Leap. This is something we go in depth about in Quantum Leap. Honestly, I would be so willing if we could get 20 people to raise their hand and say, hey, I'd go. We'll schedule a date, because we just had ours a month ago. No, it was back in June, I believe. And I'd be so willing to do it again. We would so be willing to do it again. We just need people to say we'd go. So if we get 20 people, we'll make it happen. We'll do this again. We'll talk about actual Quantum Leap and goal setting to the now. It's incredible stuff. And it's a free 25 value. We ask for a donation. You don't have to pay. We ask you to, but it's not required.
Absolutely. I'm 100% down with that. And young caps out there that are listening, that was the first time I've been taken through a GPS. It was a learning experience for me, and I can only imagine that that's the tip of the iceberg. So let's get this Quantum Leap going. You can reach me at on my Instagram at official YoungCap, or you can reach out to my email at dom@youngcap.net and let me know that you want to do it. Or you can reach Gavin. Gavin, how can they reach out to you?
The best way to reach out to me is text. I may be in a meeting or on the phone, so don't call me, please. 702-570-0130. Shoot me a text and we'll go ahead. Okay. So like off camera, Dom and I were like having a really good conversation, and figured we just hop this back out here as like a little behind the scenes or something, I guess. There's another resource I forgot to mention. So this is for the people who are like, sign me up. I need more out of my real estate career. Gavin, I'm going to come and be in your department. So there's a book. This is called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Read this, and there's principles in it, steps to become a millionaire, and there's different types of millionaire agents. First, after you read this book, you automatically become a millionaire, because the step 1 is to think a million. Step 2 is to gross a million. I sold total gross commission before cost of sale and all that, $1 million, and net $1 million, and then give $1 million. You have to, first I got a gross commission $1 million. I want to net $1 million a year, and I want to be able to make so much I could give $1 million to whatever organization or charity I choose to, you know? So I was really short of it, really short of step 2. Really short of step 2 year to date. So this is a goal for me. By December 2021, I will be a millionaire gross real estate agent. I did 31 million in volume, adding up the value of all the houses my fingers touched, right? And then times 0.03, 3% to the buyer, 3% to the seller. I get one side. So close. So close. So I'm a big loser. There's a failure for you. And what's so cool is if you set high goals, if you fail, like, you're still better than what your original plan was. We always say double your goal, because it's like, that's impossible. Well, set up a plan and actually try to make it happen, because if you get your doubled goal, would that be okay? That'd be okay, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if you fall short, guess what? You still beat your original goal because you followed the plan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So what? But the plan, the goal is not to reach the goal is not to reach your goal, if that makes sense.
I'm following.
Yeah,
I'm
I
following.
hope that makes sense. But, I don't know, dude. Come to Quantum Leap. That's the best I could say. We break all this stuff down for you. We prove models on how to be successful. Honestly, Dom, help me out. Let's invite all the guys that you interviewed here and let's make it happen. I think we could let's double our goal. Let's get 40 people at Quantum Leap.
I'm ready for it. Let's do it. I'll be hard at work on it and definitely be getting back to you on that.
All right. I think I talked too much.
We're all good. If you made it this far, thank you, YoungCaps.
Right.
You can find this interview on the Apple Podcast at YoungCap. On YouTube, you can go to YoungCap Official, or it will be linked in my bio on the Instagram at Official YoungCap. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening, and we will catch you in the next episode.